Hello, my dears. Today I figured I can show you a few Birthstone Barbies. They arrived for Christmas and there is a little history behind them, so let's discover together. Basically, my collection of Birthstone Beauties started around, I would say, 5 to 7 years ago, when I was avidly collecting dark-skinned Barbies, and I really wanted to focus my collection on black dolls, and especially black Steffies, which even at that time were already quite hard to get. So I luckily managed, I think it was on eBay, that I bought a few partially even single heads. I think from Canada there were people who just removed the heads so I could get the heads only, and then probably three Birthstone AA dolls packaged. So I got them shipped from the US, and that was the beginning of my Birthstone collection. I rebodied them onto made to move bodies, just like as you see with this one. This one actually was one of the first dolls from this series that I got. I think it's Aquarius. I'm not quite sure, but I think it must be. Obviously, I love the face. It's so sweet and soft, and I really had to hold myself back at that time and wanted to focus only on the dark dolls to also spare my wallet a bit. As it happens, there was a head combination which had this Caucasian one, and I also ordered her, so this one happened to be the only light-skinned Birthstone girl that I had for quite a while, so they were all alone. And the collection stayed like this for a couple of years. Here you can take a look at a few more Steffi face dolls that you can see. I have them on dusty display. We may as well already take a look at a few. This Indian one has a rubbed off lip. I'm going to repaint her. And this, the Jewel Secrets Whitney, she came with quite bad hair and ruined makeup, so I tried to redo it as best as I could. Now these are the girls that arrived this Christmas, because I just couldn't get over the fact how cute this one is. And once I started looking for this one, I thought I might as well order the others, or the ones that I find that are at least below $50, so I can ship them here. It was still, compared to my previous purchases, these were obviously much more expensive. Times have changed. It was harder to get them. I'm a bit bothered by the fact that they are really so overpriced on the internet, but this Christmas I made the decision to complete or stock up the collection. So this one basically started it all. I saw a picture of her face, and with those icy blue eyes and the red lips, she gave me Disney vibes, Snow White vibes. I love this dog also. It's a great dog, so another reason to get her. And this one is the June one, because I used to have the Garnet, the January version in dark color, dark skinned. And the January version, I believe the red of the dress is slightly different, probably more brownish, even though on the camera this one also doesn't look very cherry-like, but it's a fuller red. And also the face paint is nicer than the Garnet, I find, or Garnet, I don't know how you spell the name of this gemstone. In the first batch of the black versions of the birthstones that I bought a few years ago, I bought the January one and I sold it on a local marketplace because I started getting a bad conscience of getting so many of them. And she didn't somehow vibe with me face-wise. She had an expression, maybe it was the face paint that wasn't optimal, and I just parted with her, and the woman who bought it from me managed to even lower the price and get a deal out of me, which until today I regret a bit that she, played with me a bit and said, okay, lower the price or I'm not gonna take it. And I just needed the space and I got rid of it at a value that probably was slightly too low considering that I had imported it from the US. But anyhow, I am looking forward to rebody this one on this one. I got this doll for a great deal twice, so I have one original version, and since the skin tone matches exactly, and I also am curious how this looks doll is going to look on a model muse body. Those two girls are going to switch bodies. This one I couldn't hold back. She looked so sweet on the photos. And I actually don't have any red or brownish haired birthstone as far as I know. I have a few with darker brown hair, but what annoys me with them, even the Aquarius one has this tendency that they have those streaks of a different color, and I would really prefer the doll to have a homogenic hair color, unified. In this case, their faces are so full of expression and so nice that I don't really want the hair to distract from that and to be too layered and complicated. So this one seemed to me to be quite monochromatic when it comes to the hair. I love green, this neon green, so it's a great color of the dress. The dog is a bit psycho, but it's cute as well. And they all have those tiptoe shoes. And obviously the iridescent holographic backgrounds that they come in. I removed the top of the boxes because they were totally smashed and ruined just to get them for this kind of price shipped. So that's why they were probably slightly cheaper. But since I'm going to remove them out of the box, it was not a problem. And this is the September one. I am not a super fan of blonde Barbies, but in her case, I really wanted to get her. She's quite rare, or the September version somehow is hard to get from these, I don't know why. And I love the full red color of the lips, and this type of blue is probably one of my favorite colors, so I had to get it. And I'm quite curious how she's going to turn out on a body, because she's not this classic Barbie, and still with this blonde hair and blue eyes could be mistaken for a plain doll, but she's probably not. Well, the dog is so. I mean, the dogs were not the main reason. Obviously, it's cool if they have a cute style, but probably these dogs, if I look at them, have a even better quality and expressions than the ones that came with the dark dolls, so that's interesting. These are quite well painted and the shapes are also cool. So yeah, each doll comes with those necklaces and with the jewelry on the arm. So it's rich girls going out with their dogs. That's my future, probably. I'm going to swap heads soon, and I cannot wait to photograph this one. The others, I'm still a bit hesitant to unpack them, so probably I'm going to keep them this way for a while to enjoy them. Because once they're out of the dress, those dresses, I know it from the other dolls, they keep lying around untouched, and I feel bad that this type of outfit then disappears in a drawer and is barely used, even though it has this nice glittery effect. Let's show a bit of the light. So that's it. That was a slight look at my growing collection of the birthstones. One of my favorite lines from Barbie. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you soon again on my channel. Bye!